The luminous flight of Alavia. The golden shimmer of Alavia's wings cast deadly shadows over the battlefield as she soared above the chaos below. The rebel forces scattered like insects, their plasma rifles ineffective against her enhanced exosuit. She executed a sharp left bank, her neural interface translating her thoughts into precise movements as she targeted a heavily fortified bunker housing the rebellion's leadership. Winged storm approaching Sector 7, her tactical display chirped. Alavia remained silent. She never responded. Words were inefficient and emotions were a waste. Her creators had embedded this understanding into her very DNA. The battlefield was her purpose, and she executed it with mechanical precision. The first volley of anti-aircraft fire erupted around her, but she maneuvered through it with practiced ease, her wings leaving trails of golden light that seared the eyes of those who dared to look. A missile locked onto her signature. She dropped altitude, allowing it to pass overhead before spiraling tightly. The missile followed, but she had already calculated its destruction radius. 3 seconds to impact. She folded her wings close and plummeted. 2 seconds later, the missile adjusted course. 1 second remained. She snapped her wings open, the kinetic force creating a shockwave that detonated the projectile safely above her. But something was wrong. Her tactical display flickered, numbers scrambling across her vision. A second missile, no, a third, had appeared from nowhere. Her neural interface sparked, sending pain shooting through her skull. The rebels had adapted. They had developed something new. The first impact knocked her off course, the second cracked her primary shield, and the third tore through her left wing. This was real pain, not the controlled feedback she was designed to process. Her wings flickered, their golden light stuttering like a dying star. Earth's atmosphere rushed up to meet her. A blue-green death trap she couldn't escape. Emergency protocols engaged, her system announced, as if that mattered now. Seeking landing zone. The ground approached with terminal velocity. She managed to angle her descent toward what appeared to be an industrial complex, better than the residential zones surrounding it. Her tactical display sputtered one last time before dying completely. When consciousness returned, Alavia found herself in what looked like a mechanical repair facility. Tools lined the walls, and the air was thick with the sharp scent of engine oil and metallic lubricants. Her exosuit's diagnostic systems were offline, but she could feel the extensive damage across her neural interface. "Well," a male voice said from somewhere behind her, "when they said business would pick up once they built that new spaceport, I didn't expect it to rain legendary warriors." She turned, her movements jerky due to damaged servos, to face the speaker. A human male stood in the doorway, wearing stained coveralls and an expression that wavered between terror and fascination. His dark hair was disheveled, and he held a wrench as if unsure whether to use it as a tool or a weapon. "Your facility will serve," Alavia stated. "You will repair my suit." The man barked out a laugh, then immediately looked surprised at his own audacity. "Just like that, huh? No, please. No, by the way, sorry for putting a hole in my roof. Efficiency requires..." Yeah, efficiency requires directness. I've heard about you, Winged Storm, the emotionless warrior, the perfect weapon. He stepped closer, professional curiosity seemingly overwhelming his fear. Though I've got to say, the stories don't do those wings justice. Even damaged, there's something else. Alavia's wings flickered weakly in response, sending sparks across the workshop floor. The man, whom she needed to know by name, walked a careful circle around her, whistling low. "I'm Seth, by the way. Since we're skipping pleasantries, thought I'd throw that out there. And this damage..." He reached out toward her wing, but thought better of it. "This is going to take time and parts I don't have." "Unacceptable. I must return to..." "To what? Getting shot down again?" Seth moved to a workbench, beginning to gather tools. "Whatever they hit you with, it wasn't standard issue. Someone's been doing their homework on how to ground the mighty Wingstorm." The truth in his words was tactically sound, but something in his tone stirred an unfamiliar sensation in her chest. "You mock me? Mock you? Nah, this is just how I talk. You should hear me when I'm actually trying to be annoying." He approached with a diagnostic scanner. "Now hold still. Let's see what we're working with." As Seth worked, he maintained a running commentary that required no input from her. He spoke of the absurdity of galactic politics, the strange coincidence that she had crashed into possibly the only workshop in the sector with experience in quantum mechanics, and his theory that the rebels were more organized than anyone realized, potentially backed by a covert alliance with off-world entities.